Namaste. Myself Rajasekhar, working as an assistant professor from Engineering College Bikaner, IT department. Welcome back to my videos. Already we have discussed in previous lectures different concepts like control statements, conditional statements, functions, and takers of functions. Those concepts are very important for your semester exams. So we learn that concepts, then you can get good marks. And this is also one of the important concept for programming. You can get also 10 to 15 marks in your same exams. So what is an array? What is the use of this array? Why we have to introduce these concepts? Why we have to learn this concept for implementing the programming? I want to give a small example. For example, you are declaring a variable int a is equal to 5. Okay, you declared that a is equal to 5. But I want to assign more values at a time to the a. Means int a is equal to 5 comma 6 comma 7 comma 8 comma 9 comma 10. Based on situation, I want to take one element, means one value from that a. Otherwise I can use more values based on my situation. But how is it possible? How can I declare at a time more values to the variable a? Is it impossible in previous things? But if you want to do that, you can do by using arrays. Means array is you can declare more than one variable, one value to the variable at a time, but with the same data type. Means if you are declaring int a is equal to 5, then you have to declare integer values only to that variable a. Don't assign different data type values. Means if you are taking integer data type, you have to assign only integer values. Based on this purpose, you can access number of values from that variable. Otherwise, you can access only one value from that variable based on the situation. Because of this purpose, we are going to learn the arrays. Then today concept, I would introduce about how to declare an array, how to assign an array, or how to access the variables from array. With examples, I want to explain. Please see these videos. Let's see here. What is an array? An array is a variable that can store multiple values. I told you now, you want to assign number of values at a time to a single variable. So you can store multiple values to a single variable. For example, if you want to store 100 integers, so at a time I am here assigning 100 values to a single variable. You can create an array for that thing. And then how we can create a for that array for that thing? Like this: int data of 100. Means int is the data type. Okay, this is the type of the data. This is the name. Data is the name of an array. So I will show how to declare an array in next slide. Here just remember int is the data type. So next one is the name of the array. This is the size of the array. If you want declare any array like that, you can put this slices. Slice is a bracket, means this is the bracket. So square brackets you have to put. So when you are putting these brackets, then computer can understand, okay, it is an array. Okay, so here how the array can be stored in your memory. Actually the variable can store the value in a particular memory location. Here also in array also the values have to store in a memory location. Then how it can store in the form of a index value. Means this is index, means one value, first value, second value, third value, fourth value, fifth value. If you are storing like that, the value memory location A is indicated by the index or the indices. This is the indices we can call. I will show the more examples. You can get an idea clearly. Here let's see how to declare an array. Already I have told in previous syntax. What is syntax? First one is the data type. So like a variable, when you are declaring any variable, you have to put data type and a variable name. If you want to assign any value for that variable, you can assign same that like that. First data type, like data type means integer, character, float, double, long, int, based on your program. Okay, based on our requirement. Next, array name of the array you can give here, like name maybe starts with alphabets. Same like that, array name can be start with a variable. Already we have discussed the variables, how the variables we can declare. Okay, we have to declare a variable, like we have to start the variable name with alphabets or underscore or dollar. Don't start with don't assign a name like numbers. Okay, same like that here, array name also you have to follow like that rules. Next, size of the array. You can, this is optional. If you want to mention the size of the array, choice yours. Otherwise you can declare like only empty brackets, then it can take automatically the dynamic size of that array. Here for example I am taking float is the data type, mark is the name of the array. I am giving the size 5. Here remember these brackets, these are the square brackets are the slices. It's like a slice means the symbol of the slice. Okay, here we declared an array mark of a floating point type and its size is 5, meaning it can hold 5 floating values only. 5 means, okay, for example the location of the 5 numbers are starting from 1 2 up to 4, means the first value stored in the location of the array is 0, next value 1 2 3 and 4, total 5 values stored like this. Means this is the location of an array element. The location of an array element we can declare with the index. Okay, index. Okay, it is important to note that here you have to remember one of the most important thing, size and type of an array. If you are declared once any size, for example here mark, this is one of the array name mark, I am taking 5. Once you declared, we cannot change it. Okay, we cannot change it once declared. For example, if you are taking float is any data type, so once you have declared or initialized that values things to the array, you cannot change. Okay, means values means only size. You can change the values, what are the values you have given or inputs, you can change anytime in that array. I will show. Access array elements means how we can take the elements from an array, how we can access from that indices. What is an indices means, here the index means, for example if you are taking the size of the array 5, the 5 values it can store, but each value consists some index. Index means where it can be stored. Like when you are implementing your nodes, then you have to put the index, means you can easily go through that index what you want from the notebook. Same like that here, every value consists some index value in an array. Okay, suppose you declared an array mark as above. Already we have seen previously, mark has taken float number. The first element is mark 0, because of the first element means the index of the array will be start from 0. Okay, next 1 is the 2, the 3, sorry, the 3, and it's a 4. So the values, if you want to enter any values in your array, it can be stored in their respective index values. Some key notes we have to remember here: array have 0 as the first index, not 1. You have to remember here. If you want to retrieve any value, for example I want what is the value in index 2, you can easily access. For example, what is the value stored in index 4, you can easily access. For example, if you want to access from any index value based on the your size of the array, you can access based on that index. Okay, if the size of an array is n, the n means, I told you, if you are leaving empty without giving any size, so that is an array size. To access that last element, the n-1 index is used. So remember this point, you want to access the last element, you have to use n-1 index. For example, if you want 100 you are taking 100 means 900 minus 1 99, that is the last value of that array, like that. Suppose the starting address mark 0 is 220D and 224D, 228D. Why it is taking 4444 bytes? Because of it is taken as a floating point. So each and every has 4 bytes of the data size. The size of the data is 4 bytes of the floating, so it is taking 4 for difference of each and every address. Because of this is the address, this is the another address, this is another address, this have some address. So each and every index has some address also. Means element can be stored in an index value, and index has some address also in your memory location. This is because of the size of floating for is 4 bytes. So here it is differentiating that 4 bytes difference. Next one is the how to initialize an array. Okay, already we have an awareness about how to declare an array. Means first data type, name of the array, and size of the array. If you want declare direct elements to an array like this, for example, I am taking the data type mark 5, taking the size 5, and taking an array name as a mark. Directly you can assign. When you are declaring an array, directly you can assign like 19, 10, 8, 17, and 9. So this is the array with use the curly braces. It's like a set. Okay, it's set means, but he set consists of only unique elements, but here you can do number of elements, same number repeating number of times, no problem. Okay, it's like a list. Okay, so 19, 10, 8, 17, and 9 I am taking the elements when I am declaring array. For example, already I told you, without giving any size of array, you can also declare the elements. Then it automatically take the, based on that elements, it will take the size of your array. Okay. When the compiler is reading this line, then automatically it can assign the how many values are stored in that array, how many values are declared in that array. Based on that elements, it can take the size of the array. You can declare the array like this directly. Okay, remember. So the value stored in this array like this: first index 0, this is the 1, 2, 3, and 4. So first what is the element is storing? 19. Next 10, 8, 79, 9 are storing in your array. So this index started from 0 to and ending with 4. Total 5 elements. How to change a value of array of elements once you have declared? For example, I have declared the previous values 19, 10, 18, 17, and 9. I want to change some values from that array. Yeah, easily you can change the values once you declared the values. So how we can change? We know the index values of each and everything. For example, what is the index value of 19? That is the 0. What is the index value of 10? That is the 1. So based on that index value, you can change the element or the value of that array. Yeah, here see, I want to change the value, any value from this from those elements. If you want to change 19 to any number, you have to take the index value. Means with the, how we can take the index value, like with array name and the index here, like that. Mark of 5 is equal to -1. Means where the index is equal to 2, then it is going to change as a -1 like this here. Because if it is a 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, same like that. If you want to change 0 element to where the index value is 4, so here mark of 4 is equal to 0. The final array elements are 19, 10, -1, 17, and 0 are assigned to the particular mark of 5. So finally, what are the elements in mark array? 19, 10, -1, 17, and 0. So this is the process if you want to change any value of an array after declaring that array. Okay, but remember here, You can't change the size and the data type of an array, but you can change anytime the elements in that array by using that array name and index value. Just remember these 2 points. Next one is the input and output array elements. Means how you can give the values to the array by using through keyboard. Like when you are assigning int a, if you want to take the value through keyboard when the program is running, you want to give the values like that. Here also I have to I can give the values the array when the program is running. Okay, here how we can give the take the inputs from the user to store an array. Already I have taken, for example, what is the scanf %d comma ampersand of markov 2. So here I am changing the value markov 2, means already markov 5 is already we have declared a array. I want to take the value through keyboard in that array to a particular location like this. Markov 2. What is the value of markov 2? You can enter any value, then it automatically take. So for example, you have ith element, then you can take the ampersand markov I minus 1. Because of this is the I minus 1 is, for example, I am taking 10 minus 1. Based on that, means if you want to give the loop, any looping system, then you can take here. Otherwise, print the elements. How we can print the elements in a particular array element, like this printf. Same in printf already how we have declare how we have print any value from the variable by using the value by using the variable name. Just variable name you can put in printf, then it will print the value of that variable. Same here, if you want to print any value in that array, put the array name directly, then it will print the whole elements in that array. Otherwise, if you want the particular location of that array, then you can indicate the index value. For example, I am indicating here markov 0, so it is printing the value. What is the value stored in the index value 0? It can print, means here 19 it can print, here 19. Okay, next what is the index value 2? Here I have changed it to -1, so here it can print -1. Like that you can print the values in the array by using printf, and you can take the values to the array by using the scanf. Same like that. Let's see here one example. You can get an idea regarding array. Here I am writing a program, take 5 values from the user. Because of here I am not taking any array directly when a declaration when you are declaring array. So I have to take the values through keyboard. Means when your program is running, then you have to enter the values. Printf, here take the enter 5 integers. So take the input storage, like storing it like, what is the size of the array 5? What is the value of the array here? Sorry, what is the name of the array here? Values. What is the data type? Integer. So this is the declaration of an array. Int values of 5. When you are using this type of brackets, that is an array. Just remember, it is very easy for declaration of an array. Okay, next, how many elements you have to enter? 5 elements. So first, when I equal to 0, I am using for loop for entering that. When I is equal to 0, I is less than 5, I plus plus, because of I have to enter from 0 to 4 elements, means 5 elements total. So I am using this condition, means this statement in for loop. So here what is the where I am storing the values of y. So values of I is the index value here. So if your index is 0, you can enter one value. If index is 1, you can enter one value. You can index is 2, you can enter other value, like that. Okay, for example, first enter 5 integers. Okay, enter 5 integers. First I am entering when I equal to 0, 0 is less than 5, so I am coming to here. It's a working condition, already we have discussed in previous class. 0 is less than 5, correct, so it is coming to the next statement of the for loop or body of the for loop. Here value of I, what is the value of 0? Then it is in a scanf statement, so it can take the value through keyboard. Because if it is in a scanf means if any statement is scanf, you can take the values from user. So you can enter any value here. Where you are entering value of 0 means values of 0 is the index value 0. It's not a value, it's index. 0 is the index. You can enter here 1. In index of 0 I am entering 1. Same after that I am going to updating the I. So plus I is equal to 1. So 1 is less than 5, correct. Again I am coming here. So values of 1. So when where you are entering the value here, the index value 1. What is the value I am entering here? -3. Same like that 34, 0 and 3 I am entering. Next it is going to 5. 5 is less than 5. It's a false. So I am coming to here. What is this? Printf display integers. Means what are the elements you have entered you are displaying here. If you want display array elements, you can use the for loop again. For loop printf, but for printing any value or any output of that a variable, you have to use the printf statement. And here %d or %c based on the data type, you have to use the data and value. This is the variable, but here instead of variable you are using the array of I. Means first what is the I value? 0. 0 is less than 5, correct. So 0, value of 0, what is the value of 0? Value of 0 is equal to 1, you have entered. Next again it is incrementing. What is the value of 1? Value of 1 is -3. Value of 2, value of 3 and value of 4, it is printing like this. So when you want enter any value to the array through keyboard or user, you can use a scanf like that. How much size you want to enter, take that condition like that for loop. And you want to print the values from this array, just directly take the printf. Already we have done in previous lectures. If you want to print any value of the variable, directly you can put that variable name in printf statement by using that particular data type, then you can get the value. Same like that here. But if you are putting without for loop, what is the I value? It cannot take. Where it can start? So the printf cannot, compile cannot take that I value. So you have to assign the I value each and every step. Because of that I am using for loop here. So this is an example, little example for implementing an array. Giving the inputs through user and printing the elements from the array. Actually arrays are basically, we have three types. Those three types you have to learn. So in next classes I will explain about the different types of arrays and implementing the arrays. Okay, so just follow this video. Remember this concept. This is just introduction of an array, how to declare an array, how to change that array elements, and how we can insert the elements in an array by using the scanf, and how to print the elements in an array by using printf. Just remember those concepts. Then next in video I will explain about different types of arrays and declaration and the uses of different types of arrays. Okay, thank you.